Hello YouTube, this is Odyssey checking in, and today I'm doing it with an unboxing video. And well, this unboxing is for my new capture card, which I've been wishing for almost a year, in order to, well, to be able to upload more stuff into my channel and in better quality for you guys. And well, after a year I finally got this C985 Live Gamer HD from Avermedia. This is an internal capture card for your computer. This is not external. As you can see in here, we got the just brand new. Well, I don't think that you can actually see that. I want to apologize in advance for the quality of the video. I'm still pending to purchase my webcam. I'm looking for a Logitech C310, I think it's the number. But it seems that it hasn't reached anywhere where I live. So we're going to be unboxing this stuff, guy. The main features out of this card is that it has an internal processing unit. Its main purpose is to actually save your CPU for making additional processing, which is the main difference with other other capture cards. I've been looking at different vendors and different options on the market. I found that this one was the best by far. You will find it on a very huge range of prices right now, from used ones to new ones. So you can just go yourself into Amazon or eBay and check for prices right here. Another feature that this has is this little button, which we're going to see in a moment. You just you basically just press it and just start recording on that one. And well, I'm going to make the unboxing of this one, and then we're going to put it inside of that computer over there. And after that, then I'm going to supplement with a couple of samples of how the car records. I know, a little pre-ambitious. So first of all, we gotta make some room here. Sorry, I got quite a mess here with the remotes and all that. iPod cables. No. iPod. No, I don't need it. Headphones. USB hub. What the hell is this? Well, I think I'm gonna need it. Mouse. We gotta clean the room. Spartans holder over there. Actually, that was an ODST. Beer. Check. And yeah, something to open this thing. Oh, here. Nope. There. Alright, let's see what we got. First of all, from the cover, well, I like the red color. It's kind of metallic. And it says in here that it has a bonus free 3-month premium license for XSplit, which is a software to broadcast live. And well, a lot of people use that one to broadcast on Twitch. Which, by the way, I hate Twitch because it used to be Justin TV and you could broadcast anything you want, and right now if you don't broadcast games, you get banned. Ain't it bad? Alright, here we go. As you can see, we got a metallic box inside, so we're gonna make a surgical incision there. A little bit more. There you go. Now we want to preserve the package, because if this is faulty, I got the warranty and I'm going to automate. Okay, so this thing. Hold on. Sorry for that. I need to free up my hands. I mean, it's a terrible cold over here, and that sweater is not helping. So, remove the package here. What you get? Let go. There it goes. That's plastic. I can throw that away. Yeah. flowy. I gotta say I like the box. I mean, it has nothing to do with the actual card, but I like the box. Now let's see. Oh, okay, that's how it works. Pretty much an empty box here. Okay, we're gonna put this one over there. Oh, this is a very nice design box. I love the presentation. As you can see, we have the card here on one side, and this is the button that I was saying. The little box, perhaps you cannot see this, but it says Light Gamer HD over there in the box. It's just merely a graphical representation of it. More plastic. Oh look, more plastic. If you're gonna make a present to somebody that can appreciate this, then this is the gift that you gotta give to them. I mean, just look at the whole presentation. I like it so far. I mean, I'm so excited right now because this is my first capture card in quite a long time. And I think, oh, this is the card. So, oh yeah, there you go. That's a little plastic over there. Screw the plastic. No, screw it. Put it over there. Okay. This tiny little thing, it's going to be the capture card. HD, Light Gamer HD hardware encoder. Actually, as I was saying, the main advantage of the card is that it has its own little processor just to make the bypass of data. The purpose of this one is to make your processor take less stress while you're recording on high definition. And it's a sign also that even when you are making a stream on high definition, playing at the same time and recording. If you try that with a software recorder, for example, Fraps or Camtasia, I mean, you'll see that your frames per second drop terribly. You get a lot of lag if you're trying to capture gaming at that point. And well, everything seems to indicate that it won't happen with this card. Well, I don't know if you can see this, but little nuts and bolts of the card. And what do we have? We have two HDMIs in and out, audio in and out as well, and the two HDMIs over there. And well, that's pretty much it. That's a card. It looks fancy. I like it. This is a PCI connector. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be room for it there. Okay, I'm not sure if there's gonna be room for it there. Well, we're gonna put the card there for a second. I want to take a look at the button. Oh, it's actually not holding. Oh yes, it is holding. Oh, it's held by USB. This is the button that I was telling you about. I mean, it's a USB cable over there. And this goes on your desktops. It's a USB cable, and this is for start and stop recording. And it should light up in red once you're recording, and it should be off like it is right now when you're not recording. And this is actually pretty useful because you don't have to go twitching on the back of your computer. Problem is that that's an additional cable that we're gonna have over there. Let me explain how this works. You have two HDMIs, as you saw. Pretty much one of the HDMIs is going to receive the signal that you want to record, and the other one is going to send it to your TV, and therefore you're going to be able to record in your computer hard drive everything that is showing up into your TV. This applies for your computer input, your Xbox 360, your PlayStation 3. As far as I am aware, it doesn't work with the PlayStation 4 at this time, because you need I'm not sure. You need some kind of converter. I need to look more into that. All that I know so far is that it doesn't work with the PS4 right out of the box. And well, this is our 3-month license for XSplit. Let's see what's the code so that you can guys have no, that's not gonna happen. And what's in this box? I'm pretty sure it's the manual and the software. Come on, come on. Whoa! Okay, I wasn't expecting that much. What do we got? This is stereo 3.5 inches cable. That's for the audio input, I'm guessing. This is a HDMI cable to VBI connector. A small converter. You have VBI monitors, or you need to capture VBI input. We got DVI to HDMI connector, and we got the full HDMI cable. That's nice that it comes with the cables. An invitation to check the page, and this should be a quick manual. It's nice, it's in black and blue. I mean, do you remember when video games have these kind of manuals printed with fancy illustrations, a lot of that? Now you get a lousy piece of paper with a warranty. I mean, what happened to those times? Recycle? What the hell for? Well, that's why I hate PDFs. Well, that's it. That's it for the car right now. The next step is going to be to put it into this computer over here. I promise I'm going to need to take all of this off. So, first of all, let's see if there's going to be room for it. Oh, what a mess. Okay, I'm going to cut the video right here. And I'm going to continue once I have disconnected all of this computer and flipped it over so that I can show you how to install it. It's real quick, actually. Alright. Okay guys, we're back. Sorry for that delay. I was just running into some problems to open my case here. I already opened the slot where the card is gonna be. And I'm sorry, I want to apologize for the poor illumination this has. As I said, I'm using just my Kodak handheld camera from 2008, which recording capability is very poor compared to today's standards. But here, where you can see the light reflected, the little red dot, do you see that little PCI port, the little tiny one? That's what we're gonna aim for. Alright. I want to clarify, if you don't have this port available, it will work even in one of the larger ones like that one, or even on the PCI Express slot. It will fit on any of them. I mean, you're probably gonna ask, what do you mean it will fit? I mean that it will fit where it has to be. You can put it on any PCI slot and it will work. However, by preference, you have one of these ones. It will take less space in your cabinet. As you can see, mine is pretty crowded right now. I mean, I got the video card, I got the processor with a cooler, I got the fan, both RAM memories, the power source, both hard drives. It's a nightmare. Yeah, DVD reader, Blu-ray reader, whatever. So one thing that I will recommend is that try to give your card a little bit of a space. Remember that in the end, this is going to be processing stuff, alright? This is going to be processing video in real time, high definition video. And I don't see a fan. I was actually looking for any kind of cooler or fan or anything that would make this thing cool. And I just cannot find any. This is just a card. So my guess is that it's going to get pretty heat up. I'm not sure how much, but we can expect some high temperatures, so try to put it as much as in an open space as you can, so that it has some breathing room. I mean, I have the option to put it right next down to the video card here, but I'll be cutting off the airflow for the fans. or I can put it all the way down there, but that way it will be right next to the power source, and the power source itself gets hot from time to time, so I don't want to do that either. I'm going to just put it in the middle. Anyway, this is the last piece of equipment that I plan to put inside of my computer right now. So we're just going to put it there. I'm not sure how am I going to do it because I'm holding the camera with one hand and the car with the other. Let's just say that I'm just going to put this there, right? It's already installed, as you can see. It's already on the port. Has a lot of breathing room. It doesn't take a lot of space. Looks beautiful. Let's look at for... Yeah. You probably don't want to do what I did because I forgot to... Oh, this is from my case, so don't mind about it. I got this terrible case. I mean, it looks nice, but I'm starting to regret it. There it is. Well, it's a little bit not straight. There is a backbone that holds all of these cards together, so I gotta reconnect that backbone in a few seconds. Well, pretty much that's the whole installation, right? I'll be back to show you how it's actually work once it is installed. Okay, we're back. I just realized that the Avermedia, in all its wisdom, forgot to spend 3 more cents to put on a couple of screws, right? I mean, I have this backbone in here, and I have like only 3 screws for it that came with my case. I mean, this thing is just barely holding, but there she is. All right, we got HDMI in, HDMI out, audio in, audio out, and this is our video card. Now, how is the setup gonna work? We were provided with an HDMI cable. Remember, we got this HDMI cable. This one, okay. That's how it's gonna work. This is basically just a bypass. All right, the HDMI out from our video card is going to be connected to the HDMI in from the capture card. So we're gonna connect these two with the provided cable that came in the box. And the HDMI out from the capture card is gonna go to our TV over there. Alright, basically we're just passing the video from one card to the other so that we can make the processing. See, I told you, I'm missing one of these screws. And the audio, I'm not sure about this. The manual says that I should be bypassing the audio from the computer all the way down here, and then the audio out should be going to my speaker system, which is over there. Problem is that I know that my sound, at least on my computer, is being handled by the HDMI input. So what it doesn't say on the manual. What I'm going to find out right now is if I just pass the HDMI, it will pass the audio along on the other end to the TV. If it doesn't, it's going to be a nightmare of a setup, I gotta tell you that much. Well, here we go. Now that you understand the basics, this is for an HDMI scenario. I've been saying HDMI. Damn, sorry. Okay, this is for a computer and a monitor that have HDMI. The other provided cables, which is the HDMI to DVI converter, is for the kind of monitors that don't have that luxury. So I am assuming that is in those cases where you need to bypass the audio. We're gonna find out in a few moments. Let's connect this girl back again. And we're back. And guess what, guys? Congratulations, we did it. If you've been following on this, or if you're installing your own card, you should give yourself a pat in the back. And we're back in line. She's right there, connected the way she should be, with the capture card connected, and I just have a little problem because it's an 800 by 600 pixel resolution. I don't know what resolution is that. I was looking for the CD with the drivers on the box, and oh surprise, guess what? They don't even pack CDs anymore. You can find the REC, Rec for Record Central and User Manual at gamerzone.avermedia.com. Now, I've been into this website. This website is terrible. I mean, I don't know who designed this thing, but it's terrible. Anyway, it seems that we're going to need to download the drivers because I'm not getting full HD right now. I'm not sure if I can do it right now without the drivers or without the Rec Central stuff.
Right, once again we are back. Just a piece FYI, this is not the capture card recording yet. I am using my old recording software right now because I want to give you guys a heads up. I went to the download page that came with the card, and it led me here. Apparently there are two models, the Live Gamer HD, which is the one we just unboxed, and there is a light version. I'm not exactly sure what the difference are. As far as I'm aware, this one is more complete because it has its own processor. Anyway, the point is you go to downloads. For some reason it's Spanish English on this website, I'm not sure why. And we have two options for the software, the Rec Central, the Recording Central. There is one for Windows 7 at 86, Windows 7 by 64, Windows 8 by 86, and Windows 8 by 64. I just want to clarify, if you're running Windows 8.1, there is a beta driver that you can use in here. It's separate. Just be very careful with that one, guys. You don't want to use the wrong driver with a piece of equipment, especially video, because sometimes you might end up with a blue screen at the start of your computer. Been there, done that. I got a t-shirt. So just be very careful. If you're running Windows 8.1, you want to download this one. How can you check if you're running Windows or which version of Windows you are running right now? It doesn't matter which one. On your keyboard you got the Windows key and the break key or the pause key. Press them at the same time and you're gonna get your operating system. Alright, I got right now my 64-bit operating system, which is Windows 7 at this point. Windows 7 Ultimate here on top. Alright, now be aware, if you're using Windows 7 by 86 or 64 or Windows 8 by 86 or 64, there is a note here in red that says please update the firmware to version 22 when using this version of the Rec Central and driver. What does this mean? The firmware, it's actually how can we say it, the driver that is built in the card itself. So before we go to install this thing, we need to install the firmware. Here it is. This is for all versions of Windows. However, be aware, I'm not seeing Windows 8.1 noted in this description. So I'm not sure if you actually need to do this for 8.1, because as you can read here on the beta, it's explicitly written. So I'm not sure if you need to update the firmware if you're running Windows 8.1 at this length. I believe you don't. However, if you're in this scenario, I suggest that you go around into the forums. This page is terrible. I cannot start to say how terrible is the Avermedia website. I mean, it's terrible. However, as I said, if you're running Windows 8.1, be very careful, because I'm not sure you have to update the firmware first. Right now, this is the application, this is the firmware. That's what I'm going to install right now. It's a compressed file. I want to see it first. Okay, it's an executable file. First of all, we need to update the firmware in our case. That's what we're going to do right now. I know this might be a little bit boring, but if you're looking to get this card, or if you already have it, then better follow me. If something goes wrong, better that it happens to me than it happens to you guys. So there it is. Was that it? Live game HD update. Was that it? Oh yeah, that was, yeah, here it is. Alright, it's going to strike this live game HD update, whatever. Yes, we want to install it. And it just stopped working. Great. I mean, can you believe that? Yes. What? Oh my. Okay, we're having problems now. How about to Windows 7, which is what I'm running? It says it can't locate the device. Isn't that sweet? Run as administrator. You have got to be kidding me. Yes. All right. I'm gonna make some research on why the firmware upgrade is not working, and I'm gonna try to find out which firmware it's currently using on the card. Maybe I don't need the update at all. Be back with you guys. Okay, we're back, and well, been checking our little problem here installing. Turns out that Avermedia says, you know what, screw logic. Before you update the firmware, you need to download the application and software, regardless of the fact that the applications and software have an explicit warning saying that you need to update the firmware first. But turns out that is the correct way to do it, so that's what we are going to do. Here is the application and driver. Yes, I will have not double click on it otherwise, have I? We got the setup wizard running at this moment, and well guys, sorry you've been very patient right now with this little troubleshooting part. Turns out that the driver could not be upgraded at first. Welcome to the next. If I don't accept it, you won't let me use it, will you? Custom, please. Custom, whatever. Rec Central. Oh look, screw logic even more. The driver is 0 kilobytes. You know what? This is gonna be fun. Good thing I got the warranty of this thing, because if it starts smoking, I can just get it back and get a new one. And if it explodes, I'm not gonna get the same one, trust me. I mean, I got very good reviews out of this one. The specs are great on this card. I don't know why it is so goddamn hard to get it to work. What's taking forever? What is this, 1998? It's a 26 megabyte compressed installer. Oh man. Yes, I want to install it. I will not be running the installer in the first place if I wouldn't, will I? Well, I guess at some point it's okay, because out there we got these people that are just learning and clicking around. Maybe they don't know when they're prompted to install the driver. Maybe they don't know what a driver is at that point. It's okay. Double confirmation is okay. Good guy Windows, keep it up. I think I'm gonna get another sip of beer. Oh, finish. Yeah, finish. There we go. Okay, now it's supposed to work this time. Cross your fingers, gamers. It's gotta work now. Woohoo! It worked! It worked! Reference to MLP Season 3 right there. Okay, now please make sure you complete the instructions below before clicking update. The other process may take 7 to 8 minutes. Okay, power off and reboot the computer after the firmware update is completed. Okay, you're getting an order right there. All running applications are closed. Nope. All cables connected to Live Gamer HD are plugged up. Nope. They are not. Okay, it turns out I have to disconnect the card, restart the computer, go back with my graphic card so that I can update the driver. I'm not making the rules here, guys, but better that you know what to expect if you get this thing. It better be worth it. It better be getting worth it. Be back with you guys again. Okay, gamers. Thank you so much if you're still seeing this far into the video. It's been a personal nightmare to get this thing to work. So if you're still here, you guys deserve a medal, and if you're installing your own card, I hope that this has saved you some problems. Alright, now I was not able to record the firmware upgrade process because it really requires you to close any open applications completely. Anything that Firefox, even my screen recording software, needed to be shut down. And you cannot have any cables, that is nothing, connected to the capture card while the firmware upgrade is taking place. Having said that, the process took around 7 minutes, which is what the advertising promised. And there is this big warning, and this is for everyone. Whenever you are upgrading a firmware on a piece of equipment, if that firmware upgrade is interrupted at any point by any reason, you have a big chance that you may, and by may I mean you surely will, damage the equipment, because the firmware, it is the data that is written in the physical chips inside of the devices. So there is this huge warning that says that do not interrupt the power, do not turn off your computer, don't do dumb things while the upgrade process is taking place. And those were the longest 7 minutes of my life right now, because it's like getting your card held for ransom as a hostage, just waiting for the power to hold. Please don't get a power outage right now. I mean, just watching the bar to fill up. If you're gonna make that firmware upgrade, make sure that you are in the most quiet and stable environment you can have as possible. Make sure nobody's gonna go and tamper with your cabling, with your power button, with the power switch outside, and just to hope for the best. Okay. So once you're completed with the firmware upgrade, you're prompted for a restart of the computer. You restart using your video card or your motherboard video output, and once that restart is completed, you can shut down, and yes, now this time you can connect all of the cables to your new capture card as you are supposed to do it. I just done that right now, and it's working like a charm, I gotta say. Now I'm gonna show you what I got. This is the Recording Central program. It runs on the tray, and here it is. This is its welcome screen. It's pretty easy. If you click on bulletin, you're just gonna get news and hey, this is new, do you need to buy it? See what I told you. But also you get some news about updates for your software, for the recording program, which is always good to keep up to date. Blah blah blah. Well, this is the portable version. I mean, portables are terrible. Don't do yourself a favor. Don't get a portable capture card. I mean, you have no idea how much stress you're gonna put in your CPU. Unless you're planning just to capture from external consoles, don't get an external card. Get an internal one. Now if you go to the capture menu, you get these three options, which go from newbie, let the program do all the work for you, amateur, capture wizard will guide you through the recording settings step by step, and professional, which is where you want to be, gamer, and it allows you to adjust all settings to your liking. Now the other settings maybe will work the way you want, but you know what, maybes are for babies. Let's go pro. When you hit on that one, you can actually create profiles individually. I'm just tampering with the default profile right now. It's going to ask which kind of game platform you're recording from. In this case, I'm recording from my current computer. The video source is the HDMI cable, and if you go to advanced settings, it's supposed to allow you to choose the color range. Leave it on the default, which is 16 to 235. If you leave it on 0 to 225, you're gonna get black squares on your recording. Trust me, just try it. Now the capture device is gonna be your HDMI or just the audio. You can just select individually each one of them. In this case, HDMI will carry both video and audio components at the same time. It will allow you to select your microphone. In this case right now I am using my USB headset, which is like 7 years old, but get them, it still works, and it's the only one I have left, so I'm using this one. For some reason, for me, this option to save as a separate MP3 file is disabled. So what you're going to get in the end is two files, a video file and an audio file. Both of them are going to be perfectly synced, but you're going to need an additional video editing program in order to merge them. And so far I don't think that we have that one here. Once you set up the option for your microphone, it's going to ask if it's an always-on microphone. You can control with the hotkeys. The hotkey for the microphone is function 8, F8, or a push-to-talk function. I'm not sure which kind of microphones use the push-to-talk function. I was not able to make it work with my headset, neither with my Logitech microphone, so it'll be a good idea to find a little bit more about this option in the future. The video format, you just have two options, which is MP4 and TS. Both of them are using the H.264 codec with AAC audio, which makes for pretty good quality. However, be aware if you're going to be recording on high definition and full HD, this is going to take a lot of hard drive space on your computer. Be aware on that. Just recording a small clip of 25 seconds may take up to 25 megabytes. Yes, it is that bad. You need plenty of hard drive disk space, okay? Now you can select the video bitrate. The higher the better, as long as your computer can handle it. Right now top is 12 megabytes. And here is one thing that was very disappointed at: the frame rate. You're supposed to be able to capture even up to 60 frames per second. However, this thing just shrinks it back to 30 frames per second, so you cannot capture full 60 frames per second. Even if your source is on 60, it's going to put it back into 30. That's a negative on my end, and so far I haven't been able to find any other capture card that has a 60 frames per second recording feature, but well, what gives. Finally, the interlace option is currently off for me because of the format that I have chosen, which it doesn't activate anyway. And you got the hotkeys on how you're going to use it. F7 is going to start or stop the video record, like record and pause. But for the same reason, you get this big red shiny button on the buttons. It does the exact same thing. As far as a microphone, I found that is separate. If you want to make your voice, if you want to record your voice with your microphone, you got to start F8, and it's a toggle on and off. So you can select when you want to record voice or not. And finally, you got a snapshot option, which with F9, eventually everything is going to be dropped on the folder. Once you click ready, it's going to say, all right, profile is ready to use, and it's going to go back to the tray. So right now, the profile is on. Here are the settings: current PC, video source, audio source, format, resolution, blah, 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 blah. All right, everything is in there. If you go to the stream option, this is where you select which profile you're going to be using to stream, and it's the same thing. If you go Pro, it will allow you to select exactly the same things, with the exception that this time you have a stream stabilizer option, which is by default set up in quality. By stream stabilizer, it means it will help in case you get some lag or you're losing frames per second at some point. It'll actually the processor in the capture card will try to make up for it using the buffer. The buffer is like a pre-processing stuff, right? That's a technical explanation. It's a pre-processing part of the processing. It's like the previous to processing. So it'll try to make up with the data it has on its pre-processing buffer before it delivers it into the streaming. That's what quality means. And the other option, which is balanced and stable, they will make your stream a little bit faster. However, whatever errors may occur or frame rate drops that may happen, they're just gonna happen, and they're gonna be able to be seen by the whole world you're transmitting to. And once you click ready, this is going to be your streaming profile, and it's going to ask for which service you're gonna use. And look, we don't have too many options, do we? Twitch TV, Ustream, blah 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 blah. I don't like any of them. Anyway. And if you go to the video folder option, it's just going to open the video folder, whatever you select it to be. You can select the video folder from here. You have two additional settings. This one with the shape of the card. If you have multiple cards installed, for example, I have two of these ones, or one live gamer and one light live gamer card, I can select which one I want to use to capture. This is not my case. I just have one. I just can't afford one, and after all the trouble they made me go, this is probably gonna be my last Avermedia card. It better be worth it on my next videos, Avermedia, otherwise you're gonna get a video just telling the truth about your hardware. But so far it's working good. Now if you go into the top of this, let me show you again on this option. You can select the language for the interface, how much transparency you want for the whole window. I think I'm cool with 85. And use the options. This is pretty much the recording options. It's not enabled for standby mode, but it can be shown during capture, during the streaming, when the microphone is on, when during the snapshot, blah 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 blah, cat and blah. And well, finally, here you're able to manage your profile. So you make a profile by mistake, or you no longer like it, you can just go to edit and you can find the profiles and delete them. I am using the default profile, so that's why the list is empty. From here, you can select the option to save to. You specify just where the folders you want your videos to go to. And finally, there is a check mark if you want this program to run at the startup of your computer. And well, that is okay, but I mean, you're not gonna be recording every day. The way I see it, you're gonna be recording videos every day. You're not gonna be recording your playthroughs every day unless you're pretty hardcore. And if you are, then you know what, hats off. Because, well, I got a job, I want to play for myself from time to time, so I'm just gonna leave that option off. And well, that's it. This is the Rec Central system. After that, you just start your game and have fun enjoying a video file of over 28 gigabytes if you spend more than half an hour playing over there. Just be mindful of your play times. My personal advice whenever you're playing, try to restrict your play times to exactly what you want to show, mostly because of how large the files are actually in the end. And if you're going to be editing those files, you better have a very good computer with good processing power to help you with the editing. Otherwise, your application is going to be constantly crashing. If you're handling a 5 gigabytes video file, whatever video manager you have, if your computer is not good enough to handle it, it's just going to be crashing and crashing and crashing. You're going to have to split it in small parts and edit it by parts. And trust me, by experience, I can tell you that is a nightmare. Alright, gamers, thank you so much for sticking around with this unboxing slash installation slash troubleshooting slash review video. I really hope that you actually liked it. I'll be uploading my first video game review with this new card shortly. Right now, rest assured, well, I am rest assured that at least it's working, which is a good thing for me. And well, it's capturing my screen at full 1080p. I'm just gonna start making tests with different games, check frame rates. So far it seems that it delivers for the quite few small tests I have already made. However, I will come back with you with another review on another video. So if you like this one, remember to like the video. And if you want to subscribe for more cool stuff, troubleshooting, more amazing chronicles like this one, just hit the subscribe button down there. Gamers, thank you for staying with us, with me, mostly, all the time. And see you out there on another video from Odyssey.